Welcome back to the Assembly Line Association of Mobile Game production. So we're pretty much trying to become the Elon Musk of producing infrastructure such as factories and pretty much solving factory frameworks, except we don't want to make rockets or cars or make any of these things affordable. What we'd like to industrialize is game development. So we're trying to pump out zonk based, just infinite mobile game content where you're just going to be zonked out. Your eyes, you can't see straight anymore. You can't even breathe. You're just playing the game with one finger. The game plays itself. So that's the ideal goal. So I think we're actually out of all comments, and the last video actually went up on the regular channel. So that's probably what we're going to keep doing. But yeah, so actually game development has been moving very, very swell recently. So things are going well somehow. I'm not exactly certain how, but it's just the calm before the storm. So things are probably about to become disastrous. That being the case, this is what we have so far. So we have let me refresh this carnage. This is what we have so far. We have test text. We have new words coming in. You can now shoot and blow up the words. There's a lot less bugs. There's a real big viewing problem though, because you can't actually see which thing you're shooting at. So I'm just going to refresh so I actually can. So low, buy, lie, kid, non, odd, cup, may, key, for, hot. Now there's a couple of problems though, the way that the algorithm works to pick the next word that you can type doesn't account for multiple words that start with the same letter. So I press something like T, right, and there's the and try on the screen. It just chooses whichever word spawned first, which is kind of an issue. So hopefully we can fix that. Or maybe we won't, right? Maybe the speed at which we're spawning these things is unlikely to be the speed at which the game is actually played at. So if we look at set interval here, I can change this to like 1200 or something. But even then, maybe the words we spawn, right, we could keep track, like a lead code problem, of the words, the letters that are currently in use, so we don't keep reusing the wrong letters. But even then, it feels like it makes more sense to just allow any word to show up on screen. But then at the end, you could end up with two typables that have the same exact text. So that's not very flames. That is not very flames. So how to go about this? How to go about this? We could either make the separate one, make it so that you can shoot multiple types, or we can make our spawning better. I feel like we could just make the spawning better. That doesn't spawn a word that does not already exist. could return the word to the pool. Hmm. Hmm. One way to go about this, we could make it that you could only select one. If we do the whole spawn words that are on the screen that aren't on the screen yet, it becomes messy. Because the word database shouldn't have to know about any of that. It should just spit out words. So maybe what I need is something that some kind of query builder thing where I can be like, give me a word that starts with S that's an easy word. Or when I request a word, I can make sure it's not a word we've already seen. I think that's better. If it's not a word that's already on the screen, so we can actually template this in the word database. We'll say get random. Say this dot get random word should be a function that will take the words, right, as well as words to exclude. And then when we say get random easy word, we can actually just exclude, and it's just a pass-through method. Then maybe there's no point in pass-throughs. We should just use get random words, and you can use I guess I'll keep it up because we already have it written. I want to exclude a certain number of words. So I get random word. On exclude words, we could do is just filter out words, but it would take linear time to filter the words out. We won't get a word we've already seen. And we'll just have it like this so that when we call it, we'll just literally be calling this dot get random word, right, where the words are going to be this dot easy words, and the exclusionary exclude words. And so if we refresh this, everything should be relatively the same. Read properties of undefined reading 53. Word manager 1026. Oh, so we should say this dot word. No, we should say words dot length. Okay, so now they literally have no words. I'm really wondering if it's oh my god, there's a we'll call this JSON words. That way we can just have words as a regular parameter. Right, so this works. For some reason, the words I'm getting are trash words. see if, yeah, so the words, we're actually getting regular words here. Oh, I just realized I'm not returning anything. Ah, we need some typed. We need some typing bad. So now that we have the words typed, now that we have the words in, we'll say word pool equals words dot filter word. Oh, this would be really bad if exclude words. Could use memory instead. We could use a set. And then if exclude words exists, we'll say word pool is equal to exclude, we'll say illegal words. We'll create a new set from exclude words. And we'll just say word pool words dot filter for every word, illegal words. Now the only thing we have to do is aggregate all the words of this typable manager. We'd aggregate them all, we'd shove them in, and then we'd say, hey, what words are typable? And if they're typable, what are their current values? Be a function that we call, might be expensive to iterate over the scene. Gets all the words that can be typed. In their full form. E.g. tag spawned as tag. Typing is now T, or is now G. to do that, I think we can just say this dot app dot scene we could make sure that they're all typable. Then we could just get them all by a tag. Let's see if that's something we're already doing. So we'll apply that to all, and then we'll say the tag. Find by tag. We'll say found typables.length. You can probably just do root then. So this is ideal. Now we'd like to find all. Now if we go into typable text data, we do actually have access to the original word. So what we could do is we'll map through the typable, right? And we'll only keep the ones where we can actually find the component. We'll say dot script find component, right? Typable text data. Actually, no, we can just do dot script dot get. Right, and then from here we can actually just do original and I think it's actually under this original word. if we take a look, okay, this was not how I intended this to go. For some reason, typables is undefined. Oh yeah, it's fine because we actually haven't set it to anything yet. You know what? Let's set it up like right. So typable.script is not flames, and I'm pretty sure it's because this should be lowercase. And then if we go to maybe we can just shove this all together. Original word. This becomes filter. We're always off by one though. I think I see why. We should I think we're running this before. I see. That makes sense. So now we get all different words. And then if we go to so now we're getting all unique words, which is good. Not all unique. They're not going to be two of the same words on the screen anymore. There's not going to be two of the same words on the screen anymore. That means we should be able to, with a more specific algorithm, be able to actually and I can't see. I'm going to make this whole thing smaller. And let me click apply. Okay, this is actually kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Yet may off sun sir. Also, it feels like the speed of the projectiles are a bit slow. So this is actually kind of working. It's actually kind of fire. Something else required. If we try this on a smaller screen, I don't even know what just happened. This is actually kind of flames, I'm not gonna lie. I think we could add some sauce now. So we could maybe pretend as to what a level would be like. I think I have some good ideas here. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have good place. The question is, I think I read a thing. We said we should probably try and build out a level to make it make sense. I think we have almost everything we need. You have different thingies. There'll be thingies that happen during the game. Enemies get progressively more bonkies. Maybe you can spawn them at different particular sections on the screen. And yeah, I think we'll also have to make sure there's a common words files that we put in here. Not going to lie, there are some questionable words within it though. Bill, blow, blue, body, book, both. Yeah, we'll have to sit here some other time. So that will do on that end. And then, yeah, maybe we should see if we can get some basic UI going. And I don't think there's going to be much to it. Yes, what would an ideal screen look like? I think it's all coming to me. Okay, major brainstorm. Okay. I think. Okay, yeah. So I think what we should probably aim for now is probably, I guess, a basic level. What would a basic level look like? So we probably make some art. I don't know if that would be. We do that on stream. Maybe we'll skip the art part and I'll just make the system that we can spawn enemies at a particular time. I guess how would we save that? Okay, so I think we could just make some system that would just, maybe we would just skip the system part. We can just spawn enemies at a particular time. So I don't know if we would need an entirely new scene for that or not, though. Let me check the play canvas docs. Play canvas scene. Let me see what the ideal scene is. A graphic representation. So maybe we could just store each level as a scene. Maybe that's fine. Go to scenes. I wonder if there's any way to rename the base scene. So, we'd probably delete this scene. You know what? Doesn't seem possible to rename a scene. Oh, it is right here. So we call this level 1. Then we can switch scenes to untitled. We call this default. So now if we click play, it should be a little bit ghetto, but should just work. So and then okay. So then I have a could just make another one of these. And honestly, we're just going to delete absolutely almost everything. We can rename it something like level playback. Or we can just call it level orchestrator. And it's not going to have anything crazy. I'll rename this to level orchestrator. And then what we can do Right. Now I'm trying to think of what would the data layer look like. We could either store the levels as just a JSON of events happening, and I would be cool with that actually. That actually might be simpler. So we could just make, it might be a little bit ghetto, but we could just have, we do have a data folder. Have a level data, scripts. It wouldn't really necessarily be under control. Maybe it's already not. Oh, it's not. Create a new file called level 1 I'd like these to stay. Maybe they will if we just do it like this. And I don't really want them to be play canvas scripts. This would be awful longer term though, because when we sync the scripts, they would be some ridiculously long nonsense. But for rapidly prototyping levels, it also sucks. This would be pretty rigid because you wouldn't be able to make a change to all levels. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that is okay. I guess something like level data. We have one. This is ghetto. We could have it like this, then you have to index your way into an array. That is cheeks. I feel like it should just literally be something like this, where the level has a name. And then it has the recording, which is just an array of events. And then we can store the whole thing as a bunch of offsets. So you'd have something like 1. Maybe we'll just do by second. And then we could have some event that would happen. So we have some functions like, actually, something like 1 be an object. I could have a sprite or a well, yeah, these would be, I guess the object in here would have to be some sort of action, right? We could have something like action type could equal object dot freeze, and we could have something like spawn enemy enemy And yeah, I think we should play this whole thing back as an offset based off when the scene starts. And then, yeah, so that would be, yeah, we'll keep going with this either later today or tomorrow, but I feel good about where we stopped.